hop out, valet, walk out, all these Benz out.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, here's Gone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. McKinnon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Garoppolo. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Gould is able to put it through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So our initial drive of the night ends in 3 points. Maybe not exactly what this home crowd wanted, but they'll take the early lead.
They will take it. You're exactly right. Everybody wants a touchdown. But in this case, good opening drive, put points on the board. And a lot of coaches do believe the first team to score in the game, statistically, often ends up the winner.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 for 66.
On the counter, Gurley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. And the Niners get there and bring him down. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for the offense.
They run. It's Gurley. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
What we're seeing from the defense here is a group of guys bearing down, trying to help out their quarterback after he threw an interception. Good stops on the first 2 downs. It brings up a key 3rd down.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. He's going to get it running right. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
11.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Move it up, Bryce. 21, 21. 11, 11, 11, 11, 13, 13. 65, 65.
On first down, Garoppolo. Looking for Garcon, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. After the interception, here's Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. To throw on second down is Goff. Dumps it off to Gurley. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Jared Goff taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Rams are in for 6.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He got 29 yards that time.
21, 21.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Caught left side, Garcon. And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Flush to his right. Finding room to the 20. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And down to the 16-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Over the middle to Kittle. Complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, The defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's McKinnon. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
This is caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Jerick McKinnon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And we are even at 10 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Goff on 1st down. Steps away to his left. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Goff. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
To throw is gone. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Go ahead. 21.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Hey, lift!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
We go, 76. Al, we go.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the gun, Goff. Being chased out left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. To play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. On first down, Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him playing very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They'll try the air now with Goff, eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd and short.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together, the front and back.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, as the first half is winding down. And the Rams have broken our tie as they take the lead. Zerline now for the PAT. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This from 54 yards away. And Gold is able to put it through. So we've come upon halftime here. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Michael Brockers in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. And his throw's going to be incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it'll bring up third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. Airing it deep for Garcon. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. John Johnson with the INT. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Out left, he's got it to Everett. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
76, tell him.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Goff going to keep it himself. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Garoppolo now. Escaping the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, this from 34. And Gold is able to put it through, and that'll bring him back within a point. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, here's Goff. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. On 1st down, it's gone. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Michael Brockers in on the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Over the middle to Garcon. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Another drive bogs down, but for the 4th time, they're able to escape with 3 points.
And this last one gives them the lead, so that's a good thing. And they've needed every one of these field goals, but it has to feel good to them to know that confidence is there. If we do bog down, he'll give us 3 points.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Last week in that wild card win, only 1 catch, and now he's got his first catch here, and it's good for a 1st down. Goff now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Like 20. Go, 12, go.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Now gone. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Johnny Hecker now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Back now here in Santa Clara. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 23. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They run once more with McKinnon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, 49ers. As his guys are in for 6. And the 49ers add on to their lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Gold now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a 6-yard pickup. It's still a few chain links short, it appears, with 4th down coming up. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
21.
Here we go with Williams. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
This is where you need to rely on your offensive line, and you tell the person carrying the football, no dilly-dallying around, no trying in there for a first down.
Now McKinnon, and he stopped immediately there. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk taking it in from 11 yards out. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. A quick throw, but incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Gold now out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 20.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Airing it out deep for Woods. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 22. Trying to get it to Woods. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd down. Toss play to McKinnon. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. Call that a 48-yard punt and made even better by a loss on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Goff now looking to throw. Now a desperation throw. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Goff. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Reuben Foster picks it, and the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Where when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.